Good morning, garden friends. Welcome to my happy place, my small and imperfect garden located in a small town in California. Because my garden is changing so fast this time of year, from week to week, I decided I'm going to do more frequent little mini garden tours. I'm going to call them my walk and talk tours. So I hope you will enjoy. In my opinion, early mornings are always the best. It's quiet except for the air conditioners from the apartments next door. But for me, it's my quietness, stillness, and tranquility. The animals are waking up. This is my sweet little dog, Abby. She was a rescue, and she's one of the loves of my life. The cats are fed, and the birds are out, and the bees enjoying the volunteer sunflowers. And I just like to walk around and see what's going on, see if anything needs to be pruned or deadheaded or cleaned up. Well, I guess there's always weeds to be pulled, right? And there's always something that needs cleaning. If you hear dogs barking, that's because I live right behind a dog kennel. Oh, the joys of gardening. Like I said, my garden is imperfect. Because you know what? We live in an imperfect world. Nothing is perfect. And that's okay. It's okay. I strive for happiness, not perfection. This is my beautiful Proven Winners Super Tunia Vista bubblegum, and I cut it back 2 times already this year, and look how beautiful it comes back fresh and new again. And this is my beautiful lantana. I love the colors, the combination of yellow, orange, and a red. And it's always filled with butterflies and bees. My vinca are doing pretty good, but I think it's about time I need to cut those back, give them a little haircut to rejuvenate them, because they're kind of going to seed right now. What I do is I sweep up the seeds, so you can kind of see a couple down there. I sweep them up, and then I scatter them in my garden. And if you look in these flower pots, you'll see all the little vinca plants coming up, along with some zinnias. So I always put seeds in my garden. The neighbor's AC just shut off. Now it's even more quiet. This is my cute little wishing well garden area that I just transformed. And if you notice that really cool mirror trick, that gives the illusion that this path is going all the way around further than it really is. That's a mirror. And I have a couple wave petunias in the wishing well and some marigolds. In California, we're reaching temperatures way into the hundreds. So the marigolds do really well. Here's a little backside view of my wave petunias. You know, I know there's a lot of talk about Super Tunia Vista bubblegum, bubblegum, bubblegum. Everybody loves Proven Winners, including me. But don't underestimate the beautiful wave petunias. They have more of a trailing habit. Unlike the bubblegum that kind of goes out into a big mound, the wave petunias actually have, in my opinion, larger blooms, but more of a trailing habit. So I suppose there's a flower for every situation, right? And this year, my creeping Jenny, normally that would have already reached the ground. But for some reason this year it didn't. So I'm thinking that maybe since this is like the third year that I've had them, the soil might be needing to be rejuvenated. So I might dig those out and revamp it a little bit. Who knows? The garden is always changing and evolving, that is for sure. And if you notice down there below my cottage garden, those are more vinca plants that just grew from the seeds that fell off my other plants. And I'm just gonna leave them. I think it'll look kind of pretty. My zinnias are starting to bloom. My beautiful Martha Washington geranium, that might need a little haircut as well. Impatiens growing underneath my bird bath garden. It's been kind of hard keeping up with annuals this year. They definitely get expensive. So after the impatiens are done, I might put succulents in there so there will always be color no matter what time of year it is. And those are some volunteer sunflowers. Oh, and isn't this just so adorable? It's like my little old antique wood-burning stove with creeping Jenny. I think the creeping Jenny is just so adorable. But I want to show you something really cool. Oh, but look at my sun gold cherry tomato. I don't have a ton of sun in my garden. It's kind of dappled all over. But this spot I do have full sun, so I decided to stick a tomato plant there and make the most of all the space that I have. My yucca is getting really big. Those are like miniature palm trees. I think I might have to take that out of the pot and plant that somewhere in my garden. More creeping Jenny growing from that little bird cage that I found at a yard sale. I know I'm kind of all over the place because, like I said, this isn't a garden tour. I just turned my camera on and wanted to take you out here to show you a few things. Like we're hanging out in my garden. If you were to come over to my house, this is what I'd do. I'd say, hey, follow me. More creeping Jenny in this pot. Aren't those just adorable? I just glued horseshoes to a Tractor Supply part. I don't know the names of it. More wave petunias in here, pink and purple. A society garlic. But this is what I want to show you. I think it's super cool. Okay, so that is a Silver Falls dichondra. But look what happened. It dropped seeds, I guess. But there's another Silver Falls dichondra growing right there. And right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dig those up and plant them somewhere else in my garden. Isn't that just so cool? I mean, it's crazy because down below, this is just all dirt. It's not even topsoil. It's never loosened. I can't even believe that it took root right there on the ground, but it did. And I couldn't be more thrilled. Okay, here's something else I have to show you. This is my beautiful Gara plant. And apparently the cats like it too. Because I noticed they took refuge in this plant and they're sleeping in here. Look at that. It must be a big cushy bed for them. So I guess I'm gonna have to prune that away. I don't know. But the cats kind of are destroying it. But the good thing about Gara, or any perennial for that matter, is you can give them haircuts and they always bounce back. God always makes everything new. So if there's something in your garden or your life that just kind of got messed up, I mean, don't we all experience messes in our gardens and in our lives? Well, God has a way of making everything new, so I'm not going to stress over it. And this is the lemon coral sedum. And I took pieces from that part and I stuck them right here, and I'm adding more. Volunteer sunflower, a bottle tree. Yeah, so no garden is perfect and no life is perfect. But that's okay, because once I prune this, it'll bounce back and be even more beautiful. And here's another Super Tunia Vista bubblegum that I gave a major haircut. I was kind of getting tired of it, to be honest with you. And I cut it back all the way to like maybe 4 inches. But look it's coming back. It's saying, no, I'm not done. Don't give up on me. A salvia right behind it. And I have 2 arches that are made from cattle panels. And there's a little hummingbird up on top. How sweet is that? Isn't God such an artist? All the colors in my garden, all glory to God. I mean, this is all of God's creation, not mine. I'm just blessed to take what He provides for me and make it beautiful, but it all belongs to God. It's just given to me to enjoy while I'm here. Here's another example of not growing annuals as much anymore. I used to grow vinca here, but I replaced it with succulents. Succulents don't need very much water. And I think they're really interesting, and they always look beautiful and add so much texture to the garden. And my little succulent propagation station with a bottle tree in a pot with more succulents and cacti. At my age 63, the less work, the better. And succulents, the more you ignore them, the happier they are. So those are perfect plants for a busy grandma. And this is my little happy place. My father always taught me that one man's junk is another man's treasure. And I have a couple beautiful coleuses, a Japanese maple tree that pretty much started from seed, and a beautiful maidenhair fern. It's just a fun little area where I can sit, relax, look at my favorite YouTube channels, read my Bible, and enjoy my garden, because that's what gardens are for. Not so much to impress other people, but for us to be happy. So I hope you enjoyed this little stroll through my garden. And I hope you have a beautiful day in your garden too. Thanks for watching.